Against the Caro-Kann, should you really play the normal two knights? In 42,358 Blitz games, the weird-looking fantasy variation 1.e4c6, 2.d4d5, 3.f3 scored 51.8% for white. The popular two knights scored only 46.4%. Same defense, very different practical results. The fantasy variation was the only major system that stayed above 50% for white in 5 of the 6 rating bands studied. The advance was a strong backup, but the two knights, despite being the default choice, let black win more often than white in every band. The key question is not just what works now, it is what keeps working as you improve. The fantasy line stayed between 49.7 and 51.9% across the bands, while the advance dropped from about 51% lower down to 48.3% at the 1200 to 1500 chess.com range. The reason is chaos. Fantasy games had much higher cent-upon loss for both sides. At lower levels, they averaged about 195 CPL, compared with roughly 137 in the two knights. That sounds messy, but if you choose the mess and know the patterns first, the mess becomes your weapon. After 1.e4c6, 2.d4d5, white plays 3.f3. The point is simple: protect e4, keep a big center, and make black decide immediately. If black captures on e4, white recaptures with the f-pawn, opens the f-file, and often develops with knight f3 and bc4 toward f7. Blitz rewards positions where the opponent has to solve real problems quickly. Fantasy games produced around 7.6 combined blunders per game at the lowest band, compared with 5.5 in the two knights. It is not cleaner chess, it is more demanding chess. If you are roughly 800 to 1500 chess.com Blitz, make the fantasy your main anti-Caro-Kann weapon. Learn the 3 dxe4 lines first, especially knight f3, bc4, and pressure on f7. Keep the advance variation as a second system, especially if you want a quieter space advantage. This chessanalysis.co study used the Lichess March 2025 database through the Grandmaster Guide analytics platform. It filtered about 847,000 rated games down to 42,358 Caro-Kann games, then compared ECO lines, rating bands, win rates, game length, blunders, and Stockfish 17 cent-upon loss. The lesson is practical. Do not only ask what the engine likes, ask what creates problems your opponents actually fail to solve.